Well, yeah, because she's a bird.
Oh, right.
She's flying so fast.
Right. Exciting season with the Dodgers this year. I've really spoken to you about that.
Damn, dog, I'm still getting over it, dog.
I
It was
know.
like, I got so excited, and then like I was on this high, and then it just like.
You seem really like you're not high or anything. You're not drunk.
I'm baked out of my mind, dog. I stopped at my.
It's just you're so baked all the time.
I stopped at my friend Joker's house in Alhambra, and
Joker?
I got fucking blazed out of my dome.
With Joker's pot.
Yeah, and then we.
You don't have to go to Joker's anymore. You can buy it in a weed shop now. You can go to. It's all going to be.
No, I don't know where he got it. He just had it on hand. Fool.
I
He
see.
had this gigantic blunt, looked like a goddamn tampon, and I'm like, shit.
And how are the kids?
Which one?
Rudy.
My
Jr.?
kids?
Yeah.
Oh, they're good.
Rudy Jr.
He's a manager at Red Lobster in El Sereno.
Nice. That's good.
It's dope.
Good job.
That's pretty dope.
That's good.
Like
And sad girl, she doing all right?
She's starting to put the weight back on.
Uh-oh.
Because for a while there, I got her on the best diet ever. I was sprinkling the meth in her food, like not telling, on the down low. Because I felt bad. I love my wife, sad girl, so much. I sing slow jams to her. I fucking massage her. And then she was trying so hard. She did La CrossFit and the fucking Jenny Craig. All that shit, dog. And nothing was working. So I was like, what can I do? And so I just started putting the scante in her food. And she was like eating up. I was like, she get all tweaky. And next thing I know, she lost like 125 pounds. But she was taking apart all the shit in our house. And
Yeah, I know.
she was putting curtains up and looking out. She's like, they're coming for us, Rudy.
She thought
Who the fuck's coming for us, dog?
She thought Kona was talking to her.
That's right, dog. Conan O'Brien. She's like, he's inside the TV. I had to take it apart. I was like, fuck, bitch. That's the last TV. Grandma gave us that TV.
Was that before or after she cut her leg off?
I don't like to talk about her cutting her own leg off because she thought there were bugs in it, but it's dope. She got like fiberglass fucking pirate leg.
Nice.
And she just like gets sponsors. Maranello School of Beauty is all in that shit.
Did she go to Maranello? Was she?
No, what?
I thought she was an
She's she's alumni, dog. That's how her fucking eyebrows look so dope all the time.
With the scrunchy, the hair.
What? What'd you say, fool? What'd you say, you white ass motherfucker? With her scrunchy hair? With her scrunchy bunchy hair?
All right, Rudy. All right, man. Are you? You're doing well though. You're loaded today, but Emily, do you have any questions?
You want if I could break character for a second? Do you want to know how hard I had to try to grow a real mustache? And
forget
how many
it.
times Drew and I had a conversation off the air? I was like, "Do you think it'll ever work out for me?" He's like, I just don't think it's. But now I got this fucking majestic brocha.
Beautiful, dude. Rudy, do you have any questions? Emily's here. You always liked Emily. Any questions for her?
Hey, Emily, I got a real question.
I'm here for you.
I like to provide the pleasure with my tongue, for my wife, because I know that's like important. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But sometimes I feel like I can be too aggressive because I'm all charged up, and I'm like a man. I'm an Aztec warrior.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Rudy.
So I feel like, she's telling me because she loves me, like, oh, that's good. But I feel like sometimes I might be going a little too hard in the paint, like.
Probably going too fast.
Is it better to just like
slow,
pump them brakes?
My best sex advice ever. My top, if someone's like, give me one tip, it's to go 5 times slower. You're probably going way too fast. She didn't even know you were there. That's the thing with women and arousal. We're so different than men. Like, that's why it's so, all this stuff is so confusing, but it's like, we're not even turned on and you're down there doing stuff, or you came in with a boner and we're like, I was just texting, I was finishing doing something. Sex is the last thing on our mind.
All right.
So I should slowly move towards her.
Here's another question.
Yeah,
careful with Rudy, Emily. You can get it.
What?
It doesn't apply to me now because my wife is so beautiful and fit. Uh-huh. But like in my past, and I'm sure like all the vatos out there listening have been there. But you go down there to provide the pleasure with your tongue, and there's a little bit of fupa. There's a panza, and it.
Rudy, is there a difference between fupa and a panza?
Nah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Panza's a big fupa.
That's right.
Okay, got it.
Like so. And you is it better to pretend like it doesn't exist? Or is it nicer
love to all of
like
her.
just to like put it like a dog's belly, it's kind of push it back.
Make love to all of her.
From a girl's point of view, I know you ain't got no fupa because you're all thin, but
What? No, I think honestly, I thought typically men are not hopefully you're with someone, because this is what women are worried about. We're like, if you're with you're sitting there thinking about her fupa, then you've been with her too long.
No. I love
Like, guys,
all women
I'm so
are beautiful.
Happy to be in. I'm not going, that labia, the left labia was longer than the right labia. Like, guys,
The question is,
Yeah.
is it better to just like power through, or does a woman mind if you like go ahead and like do some action, get some turtle wax or some shit?
I think you could, Case, just see how she feels, see how she reacts.
Forget the turtle wax.
Dude,
Not
no
so much.
turtle wax. And it's a part of her, love the fupa. Love her labia.
Rudy, are you still working at Yamba Juice?
Yeah, come check me out.
Yamba juice.
You hear that Catherwood's grandma calls it Yamba Juice?
Yeah, my abuelita does the same thing.
She does?
Yeah,
Is she okay now? She was in a coma last time we talked.
That's right. Well, not a coma as much as just like she was baked out of her mind.
Oh.
And like, cause we were watching the Raider game in her pad and hotboxing and shit. And next thing we know, we look over and we're like, oh, I think your grandma's dead. And we just put my fucking lokes on her. And we left her like, what are we gonna do?
Well,
but then she came back like, we're like, oh fuck.
That's good. She's all good now, right?
Check out your grandma's like Jesus. She just came back.
All right, Rudy. Thank you for spending some time with you. Appreciate it.
No problem, fool.
What's going on up there? Oh, I want to show Mike some stuff. Is Mike around?
Let me get him.
Okay. Gary, can you help me show something to Mike? Mike's been giving me endless crap about. I'm so sick of the roads here in Los Angeles, and as my FU to the city government is, I want to fly in a
fuck you,
in an Uber drone or some kind of drone. So
Dr.
Mike,
Drew needs help every single day to work the phones at the radio station. And I'm going to trust you to fly an aircraft in the sky.
Well, I want you to
Phones
look
are hard. Phones are hard. I
Fuck
tried those phones.
you.
I want you to look at some of them. Gary, is this going to be impossible, or can you show us just a little?
Just give us
bit
a second here. We're
little
figuring it
taste
out.
of what these drones are going to look like. I just think that the roads are such a mess in Los Angeles. These poor people that are suffering the fires right now are just a great example of how we can't even handle an emergency in this town because our roads don't work even when there's not an emergency. We need to get to the skies. That's it, man. That's all I'm saying.
No. As crazy
Just
as
play it. There we go.
Listen to me.
Watch. Listen. Watch. Behold. 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 It's a little big.
Yeah, as you can tell, technology's really good to us. Fuck you.
This one's a little big. I think so. It looks a little like, I don't know. I imagine something lighter weight and easier.
Listen to me.
What? They've got them in Dubai. It's happening.
Oh, well, everything that happens in Dubai is something we should adopt.
Well, this we
Fucking
should.
insane. Listen to me.
Yeah.
As horrible as traffic is, the way that we all seem to manage on the roads is amazing.
Look. Just look.
The fact that it's not Mad Max, it's not pure chaos. We have figured out a way to make it work for us. Why do you want to throw a wrench in the system? We can go inches away from each other, 80 miles an hour on the 405, and somehow it's like...
Same thing will happen. It'll all be Google-driven.
Nope.com. You cannot do that. You know why?
Behold.
You can't put lanes in the sky.
But it will all be driven by computers. We'll never run into each other. It'll be perfect. It'll be great. The future is upon us.
I live in Venice.
Yeah.
The Google South is in Venice. Okay? I watched a fucking robot car crash into a wall. I watched it with my eyeballs.
Testing.
A bunch of dudes named Pishtar and Hyundai come out and they're like, we've been working on this for 3 years. It's amazing. We're at the top of the field. Boom! Right into the side of Gold's Gym. So fuck you and fuck your computers driving. It's amazing. We finally got to do it. And yes, traffic sucks, okay?
Look at that. Come on now. That's the future. That is the future.
Okay, and we just magically have a bunch of places to land?
Look, it's on the road. Just
Listen to me. Fucking asshole balling out of control, living on a compound. Not everyone's going to be like, oh, yes, let me have this. Let me go out into my backyard that's a field and just get in my fucking drone and then land at work. I mean, Jesus Christ, what happens if you work at the AT&T store? You're just going to fucking, I'm coming in for a landing. You dick. You fucking pretentious cocksucker.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. I'd like to look to the future. That's all I'm saying. Emily, you with me on this?
I hate driving. I would do any of this. I don't care. Driving is not.
You
You
don't
know
do
how
any
I
of
drive
this.
too.
Fantastic. Thanks for the
Yeah,
support.
they have Blade.
They have what?
Blade. It's like Uber for helicopters.
For like $1 zillion.
It's ridiculously
Yeah.
expensive. But do you expect that your robot chauffeur to be cheap?
I think it's going to be safe and cheap. Yes, yes.
I do.
I do.
I just want to drive.
I do.
Want someone else
It's
to
my
drive.
fantasy. No? You don't think
Does
so?
anybody enjoy driving?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
On roads that work, on real roads. All right, listen. Hey, last questions. Here we go. We're going to finish this thing up. Where are you? Yes, sir. Go ahead.
First off, you guys live.
You live more.
Yeah.
You live.
What was your guys' most memorable open forum for Loveline?
Mexican superstitions. It's the best. Shit's the best. It never gets old.
No. Such as?
Oh wait! Oh no!
what was the one, like-
Mexican superstition is the best, like for pure fun. But the most fascinating one was
Celebrity that people
the
said-
shit you did.
To get laid? You lied to your partner about
things you did instead
Yeah.
of just breaking up, and like 5 people faked
Right.
their death.
Yeah.
Right.
There's that guy
And dudes are like, "Oh, I joined the Marines. I'm going to
Right.
war." They were lying.
Right.
I'm like, "You really? What?"
and
We don't know how to communicate. There's just a communication
Celebrity
breakdown between
sex-
men and women. That's the real problem. Yes?
celebrity sexual
So-
encounters.
Celebrity sex stories are awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just getting excited thinking about it.
It was fun.
It
We
was
were like-
amazing. What are you talking? It's a great one.
I'm
thought you were
Michael
kidding.
Caine.
Michael Caine banged a hooker at Tommy's.
Not hooker. Just some kid.
No, she was
Craigslist.
Oh, okay. You're right.
Thank
You're
you.
right. I'm sorry. It was like
At
but
Chuck
it
E.
was,
Cheese.
No.
at Tommy's
Oh.
in Eagle Rock.
Oh, okay.
And
Rolls
motherfucker
Royce.
pulls up in a
Somebody-
Rolls Royce to Tommy's and just bangs it out in the parking lot. And he's like, "I'm Michael
He got
Caine.
some
Thank
good
you.
stuff.
Didn't she say they had the door open? They fought?
I'm Alfred in Batman. That was great."
Oh my god. Well, I want to thank. Oh, is there a question? Go ahead. Yes,
All three.
triplets. Yeah.
Repeat the question.
Oh, did you put that on Twitter? Because somebody just tweeted about that today. No. What I said was I went to Amherst College. One of my sons went to Amherst College, and it's a super progressive, place, and it usually is like a couple years ahead of everybody in terms of what starts to happen in the country. We start having that stuff socially before it hits the rest of us.
Worse than Berkeley?
Yeah, just it's not in the kind of activism in the sense of the social structure
Okay,
and what
all right.
they're thinking about. Like I remember the first time I heard of apartheid was on my campus. So it was 1970 whatever, and I was like, "Well, this is interesting. What's this? I've never heard of it." And then we were demonstrating, only place in the country that was demonstrating about it. But he was saying to me that he was fearful to interact in any way with women, especially if they were holding a beer or he'd had a drink. Impossible. Would not even talk. So any interaction was fraught with could be misinterpreted. I'll just forget it. Just not even gonna. And that's one of the untoward effect of the harassment
Right.
issues. People are avoiding each other. People in positions of authority aren't getting to know. Say a male isn't getting to know women who he could moving up because he's not able to spend time alone and getting to know them. So there's some untoward consequences.
Yeah, well, we're
we have-
still in it though. That's the
Yeah.
thing. Is like my brain's going like, how can I get on my podcast and talk about blowjobs when there's all this stuff going on in the world? We need to solve it, but
How-
we're still in it. We're
how
still trying
do
to,
you-
I will still talk about blowjobs and oral sex.
Yeah, it's
porn.
fantastic.
It is.
how
It's
do
pleasure.
you?
That's what I'm saying. I want to bring back the pleasurable part of sex.
Well,
'cause
no.
it
How
is
do
the-
how do we usher in an entirely new way of men treating women in this country without completely suppressing men's desire to even be around women? Like it sounds like some college.
I think there needs to be understanding.
It needs
of
to get
men.
worked through. I mean, that was
Like
part of the working through
behavioral-
process. That was then, and now we're all dealing with and thinking
Yeah,
about
we're
it.
all in it
It
together.
should,
It's
it
a
should be,
kid-
but it should be based in awareness, not fear. You understand what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
the
well,
idea
no, a
of the
little
next.
bit of fear. No, a little bit of fear is going to be necessary to keep it top of mind. You're not going to be thinking about it.
the
You're a little bit fear.
Was the civil rights movement in any way about fear? No, it was just about a completely. Eventually, there was a
This is it,
progression of it.
yeah.
It wasn't as if they're like, well, if we let them go to school with us,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just scared to be around them.
All right, last questions. Yep, back here.
I forgot the Santa Rudy theme song. Oh, it's like Santa Baby, right?
Santa
oh, fuck, I'll
Rudy.
sing it. A little acapella.
All right, let's sing on the way out.
Okay. That